Okay, so semi-finals, Master of Destiny, and a quick review of the first semi-final of Grubsnick's Boys against the Dark Judges. So this is Orcs against Undead, probably a bit of a bash fest. We're still waiting on Happy Falls for probably Frogs. I think that's happening tonight, and then I'll post up a video for that one during the week, and then we'll roll on to the final. Okay, so let's just get into it. Okay, so let's get the replay up, and away we go. Alright, here we go. Arrive at Grubsnick's pit. Ecks against Sticks. So Grubsnick's Boys seem to be the standout orcs of the tournament, and Sticks and his Undead were heavily kind of tipped from the start with their uber Undead team. So I imagine both these teams will come through this one with a few knocks. So whoever wins going into the final might find themselves short a player or two. I'm not sure whether any stars are on show. See who wins the toss. Right, so what have we got? We have got Grubsnick's Boys won the toss and chose to receive, +1 fame for the Undead. Get some skills up. So busy with the amount of skills on here. Okay, got the 3 zombies on the line. Mummies. Oh, we've got our strength 6 over here, haven't we? Okay. On the bench we've got 1 ghoul for the Undead, and we've got a goblin and a linehawk. And there goes the kick. And change of weather. Let's see where the ball lands. Okay, nice deep kick. So moving a blitzer back just to protect the ball. And start to do some hitting. Okay, so rolled a double skill right off the bat, second block of the game. Chose to take it, which I think is absolutely the right choice with this up. There's no real danger on the ball. Loses a couple of hits, the troll hit and the blitz. But I think that was a good call. People often see a double skill and insta re-roll it. Not always the best thing to do. So nice to see that happening. Let's see how the Undead can respond to that. Blitzing with strength 6, trying to go for them. Troll. Strength 6 block, takes him down, and basing up this guy over here. And we've got just a push onto the mummy as well. And just trying to reposition. There's no way to break through. What he's going to do is just try and make it very difficult for Ecks to kind of get any blocks here. I might need to remove these skills, it's really hard to see anything. Okay. That fell. Okay, the dirty player comes in and knocks out the troll. No sending off. So that's a huge piece for the Orcs with the strength on show from the mummies. So like we were saying before, that there isn't much in the way of hitting that can go on here. It's going to require some blocks. Let's get some skills back up. Okay, so okay, and that's just a push. And another dodge and a blitz. Frenzy. Just pushes. And go and pick up the ball. Now, interestingly as well, this white, the blodge white step, strength 4 with side step, took the hit and then moved here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can't quite get at the ball, but you can get close. And we've got some players that can come through here. These orcs might find themselves a bit isolated. Oh, and there's another skull for the orcs. Wow. Rolling a lot of skulls. The orc blocking dice hasn't really worked out up to this point, but we'll see whether that can improve. Okay. Okay, so what Sticks is trying to do with the undead team here is just kind of separate and not necessarily come down here to threaten the ball, but to get the team around here, try and get around the other side, and then it's a question of, well, how are you going to get the ball past me? Okay, someone goes down. The amount of hits, you're going to get a few breaks, a few injuries, I imagine, at some point. And again, maybe looking for the surf here. Okay, just a pound, so it doesn't matter. And then we're going to hit back this way. This ghoul might come around here and get a hit, and then we've got kind of all these players around this side, and it's a real problem for the orcs. It might mean, okay, so this zombie just sort of came in to fulfill that role. Maybe this ghoul comes in to kind of look at this gap. Yeah, so this ghoul is threatening the ball. The blitz might come on the ghoul, but what we're looking at with the orc position is how you're going to get past without. Okay. I'll just pause it there for a minute. How are you going to get past without passing, without kind of throwing the ball? Which you don't really want to be doing. Now there might be some possibility here at some point, but it might mean you're looking at a 4+ dodge because you've got no real edge free. This orc, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not this turn, but possibly the next turn might be able to get up there. And you're looking at freeing up this flank. We've got a lot of players over here, and we've got a big scrum in the middle here. That seems to be the weakest point. It's very hard to get there. Coming in for the 1 die, gets the POW. So that's pretty big. Is there a break? Yes, there's a break and a knockout. So that changes things a little bit. I imagine that it is going to be about pushing up this side. The problem they've got is this strength 6 mummy is right here, so it can control things. But it wouldn't surprise me to try and get see if you get the undead trying to scramble back to cover this next turn. Okay, so there's the mummy getting involved. We might get a hit here. Okay, so that's with the white. I thought we might have gone with the dirty player, this zombie there, and that allows both of these to come back. Okay, so we're slowly pushing. Be interesting to see whether he takes this 1 die on, because if you get this orc down, it really blocks this off. But if he takes that on, and then that's a skull or something like that. Okay, so he's trying to base the ball there. 2 go for it. Makes the second one naked, no reroll. I think now that that reroll's gone, he can't take this block over here because this thrower has dodge as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. Wrestle tackle. Gets him down. Limited recovery options here. We might... Oh, and a go for it. Okay, that was a bold move. Paid off though. Okay, so we've got the base, 2 dice, just a push, and pick up the ball. Blitz is obviously gone now, so he's trying to protect the ball as best he can. We've got this blitzer in the backfield ready to kind of collect the ball if it does go on the floor. Right, massive. Get that down, get that strength 6 mummy off the pitch. With a knockout, yep, going to come back for sure. Have you got any babes? No. There's one babe on the Orc side. I seem to remember that these were quite close in TV, so I think that might be all the inducements there are. Okay, and then a dodge just to sort of secure this space up a little bit. So we've got 4 turns to get up. We've lost the mummy. We've got a nice group of orcs here. We've got this mummy isolated over this side. I'm sure it would be fine to have the mummy against the black orc over there. And here we go. Here comes the undead, trying to cover this situation down here. Try to sort of, if nothing else, just sort of slow them down, stall the drive out. Okay, and then we can come in here for another hit. 1, 2, no? Okay, coming back for the dirt player foul, maybe? No, dirt player foul from over here. Trying to remove this agility 4, who is kind of has the ability for like the breakout of those high agility. Oh, and a failed dodge. And a stun, armor break and stun. So that actually might allow the orcs to push up here. So where it was looking quite dire, we might get a blitz in from the back. Okay, so there's a push, and then we get a knockdown. That blitzer might just take 1 step back so they can get the hit on the white. No, just pushing up. Okay, that makes sense. And this blitzer is probably going to come up here somewhere. Right, taking some hits before the movement. Maybe wants to see how these things work out. Just protecting. Here he comes. Here? Out there, okay. So that was probably an unnecessary go for it, but it might have just been a slight misclick. Another go for it. Okay, and then 2 dice. With dice. Okay, and just keeping this mummy isolated over here. Mummy will hit that, probably not follow. No, we'll follow. Okay, so Sticks is just accepting this as they're going to repeat this process for a while. Maybe hoping that you might be able to get a lucky injury or removal on this black orc at some point. Right. Okay. Here we go. A couple of dodges. Gets in for the 2 dice and just pushes. Reroll. Pushes. Let's be careful here. Potential serve. I know he's sidestep, isn't he? And player foul comes in. The stun gets a knockout. So no major injuries. We've got a couple of knockouts over on the undead. So we've got the is that the Might Blow Ghoul and the Mummy, and on the Orc side we've got the Troll who's knocked out quite early, and then this Ag4 Blitzer, but no kind of real long-term injuries. You know, they're just kind of feeling each other out, having a go. So what's going to be key here is getting the knockdown on this white. Okay, then he gets another hit and he can just sort of move around and be annoying. Try and get him out. Gets the POW. I mean, we've got the tackle guy here. No, he's gone with the strength instead. Block, okay. And just a push. And he comes back here. So, prevents any progress. And the Orcs now have 2 turns. So, bearing in mind we've got a strength 5 piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 3 go for it's required if this is the scorer. So maybe 1 or 2 next turn, and 1 or 2 the following turn. So it definitely needs to find a way through here in turn 7, otherwise they're not going to score. The other option might be one of these blitzers, perhaps this one being able to break free, and then kind of have a pass or a handoff action. But let's see. So we've got guard here and guard here. We've got our wrestle tackle. It might be worthwhile seeing if they can do anything about shifting. No, they can't shift these guard. At this point, it might even be worth that red dice. I don't know. I think Sticks would just play a bit more conservatively than that and just try to block it off and slow them down and say, go on then. Okay, how are you going to get through that? I think there's an argument as well for just sort of dodging out and going for the red dice here, get the ball on the floor and stop them that way. Lucky scatter, okay, if that works and you get a lucky scatter coming out here, this works in the position to potentially break free and get the defensive score. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, that was really nice, really nice. So, he's just moving here for the assist, and he's then gone for the 2 dice here. Unfortunate to get the double skulls, but then you can push him into there, and then you've got a dodge, and you've got the 1 dice with wrestle and tackle. So, that was a lovely play. So, he's still having a go at it. There's no tackle there's no tackle on the goal. Taking some hits. Just this follow here. I was just sort of wondering whether that's the right thing. If this doesn't pay off, say this is, for example, a skull or something like that, is he allowing 2 dice? Got guard here, yeah. The 2 dice here to push this or kind of there or there, allows him to dodge and break free, and there might be a possibility then to come around here and get the ball to him. If this zombie sort of stays here, it kind of creates a bit of a screen. Okay, he's trying to get the ball over here. Yeah, not sure about that one. I think this is still the way to go. Oh, first go for it fails. So this is the thing with the movement, isn't it? Where they were sort of blocked off so much. Insta reroll, obviously. He's got 1 reroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 go for its next turn. It's all very tight. Whoa, 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 what was that? What was that? Black Orc dodge. Oh, Oh, he's sidestep, isn't he? Okay, so he went for the 4+ dodge there and rolled the 2. The re-roll gone, it's pushing it, isn't it? Like, I guess if it works out, you come around here and the ball looks a lot safer. But as things are, right, this is not guard. As things are, he can 2 dice here. If he gets the knockdown on this guy, and we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 go for it. What I'm wondering, really, is if he knocks him down, he can just come around and knock him down, potentially. Sticks us out re-rolls. Don't know, it's fine margins, isn't it? Let's have a look at the play. Okay, gets the knockdown. Got a guard here. So it might just be a straight dodge. Okay, we've got another nice chain push coming up. Okay, so he's knocked him down, put him there, and then he's looking. Yeah, because of the knockout, that was the problem. Yeah, without that, he then gets the 2 dice here and pushes him to hit, and then he can blitz without a dodge. But unfortunately, he got the removal on that, which is often the way when you get a nice play like this. But again, nice bit of pushing players around. Okay, so it's going to be the dodge. No, he's doing this first. I guess Mummy would block against AV9. I wonder whether this is a more important play. Just gets the push. They really needed the re-roll in place. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So he came around this way and hit him. So he's still in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 go for it. If he had gone from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he could actually push him backwards a square, put him out of range and return the score. Now he still needs to dodge and do 2 go for it, obviously, but it leaves the touchdown just on. And it's just something to think about, kind of with movement of ball carriers. It's really hard when you're kind of in the middle of a game to think about this stuff. And you can see it much easier when you're just sort of watching. Go and surf the zombie. Off he goes. I'm not sure whether he's going to move. Might just move, yeah. Okay. And here we go. Dodge works. 2 go for it. 1, 2, and in he goes. Okay. Well done. Well done, Eck. I mean, it was tight. I mean, in the middle of the half, it was almost looking like they were going to be stalled in the midfield. And I think a key judge point was when that Mummy went down and was knocked out, because that strength 6 was holding that position really nicely. Okay, 2 Orcs come back, and the Mummy and the Ghoul both come back as well. Game on. Okay, so the Bloodwiser Babe helped with what's next? 2. Okay. So we've got a clear stand here on the Orc team. +1 injuries, so it makes serves much more valuable. Both these players are very good, and they're playing well, so you're not going to get many serves when you're in a game like that. Okay, I don't really see a 1-turn option for the Undead here. Quick snap though. Might have been possible. Ghoul wasn't in position to do it. It would be really difficult. I mean, you need kind of 3 pushes. Amazing ball handling skills from the zombie. Okay, we're going to get some hits and probably a foul, and we'll see whether that has any effect. See whether the troll comes back as well for the second half. It's like kind of your roadblock, isn't it? Oh, Mummy's Revenge. Dead. Raised the dead. Okay, new zombie joins the undead ranks. So yeah, I mean, this troll. Guard grab. Okay, so we're coming back, trying to knock this player down, and then the Black Orc will probably get the boot. Okay, down goes the Line Orc. Okay, looks like you might be going for the Line Orc, maybe because of the guard. I mean, in Bash vs Bash, guard is so important, isn't it? 3, 4, and plus lots, +4 with dirty player. Through and a knockout, and the ref says that's fine. Please continue with your fouling. What is this zombie? Catching the ball and passing the ball. What is that? Okay, half time 1-0. Okay, let's see what happens with the knockouts. They both come back. Okay, should make the second half pretty interesting. We're going to have 11 versus 11. Okay, protecting the blitzers, having them quite deep. Yeah. So I guess this is the ball carrier. In the Blodge Ghoul. Obviously this one's the Sacker. This one, a few hits. I mean, he's rolled a couple of doubles there, hasn't he, with Mighty Blow and Guard. I wonder whether he took Guard first, and when the second double came, just went for the Mighty Blow. Okay, so this thrower, why is this thrower not here? Ah! Does not match. Okay, it is still nice weather, so the kick-off table is another deep kick, kind of just to the other side, wasn't it? Okay, and a few hits off the bat. Oh, just a push on the mummy, on the troll. Might blow hit here. I assume no follow. Oh, he's getting in there. Wonder with trying to knock this guy down and then perhaps a foul. We'll see, maybe he slips back. Okay, slips forward. Brings him in. Yeah, so this is looking like a foul, trying to remove this strength 4 piece. Come around here just to protect them coming up. I imagine Sticks has looked at this and thought, okay, so he's protecting this and that's fine, yeah? But what he's got on the line here are the Black Orcs. They're all slow, so there's no kind of real pressure coming on the ball. Blitzers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, full movement. They're just getting over the halfway line. So I think Sticks has just gone, okay, well, I'm just going to take some hits. I can do a nice foul over here, and then I can just go and get the ball. And there's no pressure until kind of, I guess, turn 10, maybe turn 11. We'll have to sort of make those decisions. Perhaps just sort of move these up a little bit. You know, if you want to protect their hits, you can always come just inside. And it allows you to react a little bit more depending on what happens. Because, say for example, this ghoul goes back and he's a bit isolated and he fails that pickup. You might be able to push down the side here a little bit and put some pressure on it and creates decisions, possibly makes the undead blitz backwards. Okay, still okay, and he will come around here. So you see, it would have prevented this sort of play, because that he has to protect the ball a bit more as well. Okay, that goes through. Oh, and that's an injury. Off he goes. Okay, and Apo used, and he will be back if this ends 1-1. He will be back for overtime. Okay, grabs the ball. Nicely secure in the backfield. So this ghoul can just sort of slowly make his way up and think about, well, there's a midfield scrum. Okay, see. Okay, that's good. Bring him up for a bit of pressure and maybe... Okay. So trying to block this off. But I wonder whether that's... Okay, no, I like that. So what... Oh, we've got a frenzy here. Oh. So just with that frenzy here, I mean, he got the knockdown and he wants to take the ghoul out, obviously. It looks like a tiny ghoul there. But that's a frenzy trap, isn't it? If he hadn't got him, if he just rolled a couple of pushes, then he's going into 2 dice against. I wonder whether this maybe shouldn't have been the blitz. Maybe he should have just sort of pushed up, and maybe the blitz should have been over on this side. Today it worked out okay. I mean, it's blocking this off, isn't it? It's separating the team. And with any bash team, what you really want to do is separate the team, because they're much. Obviously, there's always going to be like all this guard around and things like that. And if you can split the team out, it weakens them. Okay. So this is a bit dicey as well, isn't it? He's pushing up, and I guess this is the blitz on the thrower. But this is a lot of aggressive play going on. That poor troll. Troll's supposed to stick around, right? This one obviously doesn't. In this game, it doesn't really fancy it. Yeah. This suggests to me that Sticks is trying to score and then thinks he can turn over and win in 16. I'm not sure whether that's a thing. Going to have the blitz around here, I guess. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there we go. Try and get the thrower out. Okay, just wrestling down. Now, that leaves the ball carrier a bit isolated there, doesn't it? There's definitely a pretty straightforward one die with a go for it. Can this guy come around? 1, 2, 3. No, he can't. So that gap was filled. And they're pushing back so that they prevent that hit. Okay, so this blitzer might come around the back and try and front from behind, but the way the orcs are here and how this is looking, I think that blitzer needs to come back this way. Okay. Fills that gap. Does it get removed? No. No, it's just a stun. Okay. looking for a removal there, or a push and then a knockdown to allow this thrower to come around and get the hit. I think that's what he was going for there. Unfortunately got the break, but no removal. Okay. Not done that. Trying to free the mummies up here. Try and get the mummies a bit more relevant in the game. They haven't been overly relevant up to now, have they? They've Ecks done a really good job of kind of isolating them. Like removed one and over here on his drive, and then the other one was sort of stuck over here, not in the game. Again, where it gets so crowded, I just can't see. So I just removed the skills for a little while. Okay, and a breakaway. And we've got 2 dice here. I guess he has to follow that. Yeah. He just stays here, I imagine. What I could have done is just popped him in there, and then you've got the 2 dice here. Knock this fella down, and you're kind of quite secure, aren't you? He's gone the other way. I think just trying to get the mummies out of the game, perhaps. Yeah. Not sure. We've got a straight run through here, haven't we? Let's see what happens. Okay, takes him down. Follow? No. No follow. I thought there might be a follow to stop this fella sort of like coming straight down. We've got a 1 die here. Okay, protect. Okay. Just blocking them off gets the POW. How important is that going to be? Okay, interesting scatter, because you've got this guy just here who might be able to get the ball, but where does he go if that happens? Like this, it's kind of like this, almost like this big circle of orcs, right? All around there, and the only sort of line that is open is here, and there's nowhere to get in there. So they're going to have to punch their way through, which is often easier said than done. I think that the obvious approach is to try and knock this guy down. Yeah. Try and knock this guy down, and then maybe get the ball on the white, possibly with the goal. I think there's a couple of options here, but yeah, I just you can see that sort of pattern around there. They really need to sort of get in to disrupt that. I mean, it's a really nice scat for the orcs. Okay, so this mummy's coming in to disrupt. And roll 2 go for it as well. That is a bold choice. Okay, and then come back round. Okay, so Sticks is sort of saying, well, I'm just going to leave the ball down there. I'm going to try and secure the area, and then next turn I'll be able to get the ball, and you've got a few problems. Wouldn't surprise me. We've got a foul coming in. Wouldn't surprise me to see the ball get pushed onto the ball by the Orcs next turn. Okay, no effect. Still no ref though. A few fouls, ref hasn't shown up at all. Okay, turn 12. So we're running a little bit tight on time now for the undead. Right, they've got 4 turns, but the ball is on the floor, and there's lots of Orcs in this area. Okay, so there we go. There's the. Where does it go? Right. Okay, so Black Orc catches it now. Can they? Okay. So again, bold choice. I guess at this point you have to take these risks and try and get the ball safe. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe try and hide over here. So it's 1, 2, 3. Couple go for it, and then maybe like a dodge to there. I don't think you can protect it completely from any hits, but you can make it more difficult. Let's see where he goes with the ball. Okay, he hides here, and then he takes the red dice on the mummy, which is just a push. I just wonder, with this white here, I would like it to go the other way, but there's a bit of excitement, isn't it, when your Black Orc catches the ball in the tackle zone like that at this point of a semi-final. Okay, can't get an assist in, I don't think, for the white. But what he might do instead is come down with the mummy and just do some basing and pop that Black Orc in a position where he has a couple of people on him. Okay. Instead, maybe he's bringing the ghoul round for the assist. Okay. And we've got another ghoul here. As a potential... Well, I was going to say we've got another ghoul there as a potential retriever. But maybe the white is a potential retriever if the ball goes on the floor here. Here we go. Dodge. Pow. And that's a nice scatter. So in 3 undead tackle zones, what the Orcs will be trying to do is manufacture another ball scatter next turn. And so there, Sticks just brought this zombie up to stop this sort of coming round. And maybe going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and doing the 1 die onto the goal, onto the ball, and who knows where the ball's going to go after that. Obviously, scattering the ball is risky. You don't know, you have less control over it. But sometimes in a position like this, especially towards the end of a match, it creates a bit of chaos where your opponent might have a plan, and then you can sort of shake that up. I don't know whether the Orcs can get the scatter here. That they'd like. Probably not, so it might just be about... there's a failed dodge. And an injury, that's unfortunate. So he's coming round. Maybe as an assist, and then to kind of hit this white. But it doesn't really matter. Failed the dodge, double 6, 5, 6. That's going to hurt anyone, isn't it? Okay, this next game. So if the Orcs make the final, he will not be in it. So we've got a couple of Orcs out. Undead are pretty untouched. We've got a couple of subs, and we've got 1 knockout. So potentially, if it does go to overtime, Orc could be down. If they receive, maybe not so much of a problem if they've still got 10, but if they're trying to defend against 11 and they take some line of scrimmage hits as well, they could lose another 1, another 2, and then it becomes quite difficult with their movement. Okay, we're going to get a ghoul dodger now. just get the cool hit, right? I don't think I've had a blitz yet. And then pick up the ball. There we go. Oh, that might change things. He just stands there. Okay. And that was the die he needs. Needed hit. Right, so he's gone around this way. I guess it's a dodge either way. This way, at least you're basing these players. My initial thought was bring this blitz around so that he's kind of on the ball and I missed this goal. Do the assist and then scatter. I think the problem the Orcs have got is there's a real lack of agility 3 in any position where they can do much with it. While the Undead have got 1, 2, 3, 4 agility 3 near or around the ball to get it in. Okay, dodge works. Okay, and takes a ghoul down. Mighty blow. No. Whoa. Okay, again, pretty dicey, but fantastic to see it. This Orc just bossing it, really. And grabbing the ball in the tackle zone and dodging again. That was quite a series of dice, wasn't it? Where are we? So dodge on the 4, knocking down, armor's okay, dodge again, pick up on the 3, and then go for it and a dodge. No ones in there really. I mean, this is the only one here. Yeah, it's that thing, isn't it, when you're late in the game, sometimes you have to push it, take these chances. So Sticks and his Undead have 2 turns. If they can get the ball down and into their hands, then it's probably looking like overtime. Okay, down he goes. And a break and a knockout. Okay, that was a good hit. And a nice scatter as well. Take this black ball down. And we can bring in another assist. Maybe round here, and then we get the 2 dice here, and this goal can just maybe just go and stand over here and then look to score next turn. Okay, we'll do that. What's the score on the white, perhaps? Maximise the hits. Double scores. Interesting. Okay. So the Orcs are light on players here for sure. Yeah, you've got some players out of position. There's no real way to dodge through. I mean, you could always go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go, go. 4, 3, 2, 2. And then you get... You've got guard? Yeah. Pop him there. And then you get a 1 die. But you need a POW. You need a straight POW, and how do you recover the ball afterwards? Looking like overtime to me. Okay, so that's what he's tried to do. Saving the reroll. So Eck at that point was going, well, it looks like overtime. I'm going to save those rerolls for overtime. I think there'd be more use. Okay, and now Undead are going to look to clear this off and just run it in. There we go, down he goes. So going into overtime, 1 reroll to 2 rerolls. Taking some more hits. No block on this. 3 dice, but no block. So it pays off. I guess if you get removal, it makes it a lot easier, but it's also quite dicey that someone can quite, okay, gets removal. So he'd be pleased with that, because that's a tackle frenzy blitzer out. But it's just a little bit dicey. You get your double skulls, or here you get a skull and a couple of both downs, and then your last reroll is gone, and then everything that you're doing in overtime becomes very stress inducing. But it paid off. Here it goes. So it's looking like the Orcs going to be short on numbers. We'll see where the Troll comes back. I think that's going to be key. If the Troll doesn't come back, it's going to be really hard for the Orcs to defend. Okay, they both come back. I guess we're going to see a one-turn attempt. We've got a Goblin on the pitch, we've got a Troll on the pitch. Now, one-turn defences. It's not here. Yeah? What you want is a line around here. You can throw it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 maximum. And these three are random rolls. So if you go around here, it makes the landing harder, and that's like kind of probably the biggest role, I think, in your throw teammate score, because the Troll, you know, the Troll's got loner, so you're probably not going to use it on the Troll unless you really feel as if you have to, and maybe the catch, but if the catch fails you might just let it go. But once it's in the air, once you're in a place where you can potentially score if you run it in, you want to be landing on your feet, but every tackle zone on the landing spot adds 1 to the difficulty of the roll. So I would always prefer that. If I'm Egg, I'm 100% going for this throw teammate here. You know, there's no reason not to. Let's see what he does. Want the Goblin on the line? No, okay. Okay, yeah, so the Goblin is on the line, so that's good, because that gives you clear this off, you hit him off, and then it gives you 1 extra square movements, then you go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it just makes it much more likely. Okay, so he's putting the Troll here, which is absolutely fine, because you're going to have to activate that Troll anyway, and it doesn't really matter where he is, and you've only got 1 Goblin. Okay, you want to get another reroll. Okay, is that just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 short, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, okay, so it's just 1 short. Very frustrating. Like, they're a little bit high up. I prefer slightly deeper because it gives you more options. If you're having to go clean here, 1, 2, 3, maybe not. They're just so slow, aren't they? But either way, hasn't paid off. We might see another attempt at that if they receive in overtime. Because the way numbers are, I've got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 10. 10 versus 11. And just pass it so you can catch. Cannot catch. I'm not sure why we rolled that. Maybe feeling that he got the free reroll. I would have rather seen free rolls stay for overtime and maybe do some really sort of push in overtime, because now he's passed, he obviously can't throw him as well. I'm not sure whether he's realised that. It kind of looks like he went to throw him and then realised that he's already passed. Okay. The all-important overtime coin flip comes in. Okay. and the Orcs receive. So let's see what they do. Are they going to go try and do the one turn, try to get it over quickly, or they think they're going to be able to bash their way through? So the only way through quickly is through the middle, and that's really hard with these mummies here. Put mummies on the line just to sort of really slow them down, and then you just can't get through here. I mean, you could maybe hit and try and dodge through, but you've got too many dice that you're rolling there. That's not a efficient option. Got the troll off the line, and a blitz. Okay, let's see how the undead react to that. Where's the ball? Down here. So push down this side. No, no. Well, that's a bit of a non-event blitz, that one. Okay. So bring the throw over. I guess the goblin's going to try and pick up the ball. And what I'm saying is there's a long way to go, and this is weak here. We've got someone here? Yeah, so we've got a goal here, so this is a weakness. Yeah? What the Orcs need to do is get some more players back. Yeah, you need to let that one go. But I think we might get a blitz from this white and come down here. And it just takes a hit. So the zombie might come down, and then we'll have a mummy coming through as well. It might even be the hit with this zombie, hopefully getting him down, and then you've got two mummies coming through to block off this centre. And then you've got the Orcs here again. Bit similar to the first drive, where what Eck had was not enough players back here. That meant that Sticks was able to create some quite a few questions actually in how he was going to get past the midfield. And there was a bit of a stall here, and then they managed to break through, rolled some dice, did some dodges and go for it and things like that, and just about managed to get there. I think the same thing could happen, really. I mean, there's a little bit more in the backfield here, but we've got a couple of Orcs on the floor, Orc on the floor here. This guy's a bit isolated, this guy's probably going to go down as well, and the undead can sort of stream through a little bit and put a lot of pressure on. Okay, takes him down. Pushes forward as well. He might come and deal with the... Yeah, so I think this mummy might come here. And then this ghoul can come through. Okay, amazingly the troll did not instantly get knocked out. He's down here. Oh, we've got a foul. Okay, he's going for numbers now. Trying to push it. Not bad. This is the problem, isn't it? How do you deal with this Lodge goal? Do you use your blitz here and then go in with the thrower? I guess you do. Needs a break. Does not get a break. So that Orc seems to be going in the wrong direction for me. Seems to be going this way to block this off. I think he needs to come back. Really. Maybe there or something like that. Move this goblin up and then go and get the ball. He's worried about the wrestle tackle. I'm not sure that's the real threat. I think the real threat is here. I mean, what Eck has spotted here though is we've got a lot of undead over here. Yeah. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 orcs kind of dealing with these 6 undead, including their 2 mummies. Yeah, their 2 uber mummies. So what he's hoping is to try and get up here quickly. I think that's his best chance at the win here. But yeah, I'm not sure about this guy going. I'm assuming he's going here, and I don't know where he goes, because Sticks has already just basically said, right, I'm going for numbers, I'm trying to get as many orcs off as I can, and then I'm going to go after the ball, because there's quite a few turns and you've got a long way to go. If he goes here, where is he going? Dodging on a 5, then a 4, or you stand up and off you go, yeah, and then you get a blitz round here and off you go as well. We'll see, maybe I've misjudged it. Okay, so in a classic manner, completely misjudged it. Looked like it was going that way, where actually it was just going sideways. I think that's okay. Go and get the ball, and then we might see a foul. I would hope not, as if that goes wrong it leaves it open, but we might. Goblin just stands here. Okay. Dodges away. We are seeing a foul. Okay. Let's see if the ref spots that. Okay, stunt and no spot. Okay. Oh. And that's the problem we're dodging from there. One of the things is, I guess when you've got someone on the sideline like that, for me, sometimes the best thing they can do is just stay on the floor. Yeah, because your opponent is going to want to cover that square, so that takes one of their players out of the game. And if they just leave one, then maybe the next turn you do something about it. But here, you're looking at a 5+, then a 4+, then a 3+ to get 3. It's a lot of dice. The injury is obviously really unfortunate. Yeah. You know, just a stun or something like that would be fine. And maybe it's okay on the AV9. I can do this, I can take that risk. Oh, and another knockout. Look what's happened now. So the AV9 becomes paper. And I think many of us have been there with the, well, they told me to take AV9, this would be fine. And then it's really not. So the troll takes a hit. Down he goes. And he's knocked out again. Oh my god, what an awful game he's had. We're getting the blitz over here. Just a push, but a follow, I imagine. And then the ghoul can sort of loiter. Okay. I can see why he's done that. There is a bit of a hole here. He might just try and get the ball to the goblin and just run and hope for the best. We've got another foul over here, looking for numbers again. Another knockout. Let's get back to the pitch. So now we've got one orc here, pinned against the side. We've got the ball carrier with dodge, but next to tackle. We've got a black orc and a goblin. This black orc is tied up. This orc is tied up. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 versus 11. I think the only real hope is to get the ball to the goblin and run as fast as he possibly can. And then you need to do something about this tackle. Yeah? So it might be you need to do the dodge. Maybe then go back there to try to make this player dodge as well. Hand off, and then he can go 6, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blitz in here. Push him back, and then maybe knock him down, and maybe not follow and knock him down as well. And it puts the undead scrambling back, even though they've kind of basically got double the amount of players. But let's see what Never does. Okay, goes up there. Moving the goblin. Okay, so he's blitzing. Oh, he's blitzing there, is he? Okay. Oh, is that a 1? That's a 1, isn't it? Oh, it's a double 1. Oh. I mean, this overtime has been basically a disaster. It's basically been a disaster for the Orcs. They've had players going off, and then things like that happening. Up against it, they must have felt, I reckon, Ecks was really pleased to receive the ball in overtime, but then it's all gone wrong since then. So we've got a pretty straightforward, we've got the power anyway, catches the ball, and then they just sort of come round, won't they? I think it's only going one way from this point. Thought this was a really good game, and it's just a shame that that's happened with the dice right at the end there. It was a real sort of tactical battle, and that's the sort of game that I really enjoy. It was just unfortunate in the end. Yeah, first break. Yeah, he's injured, so that is going to be game. So Ecks really needs that goblin to stay on the pitch. I guess when you think about back to here, you're going to roll double 1 whatever you do. Yeah, so actually, whatever choice you make, it's a fail. Okay, he's trying. And another 1 on the go for it. And just a push. And then we've got 4 dice on it. Well, potentially 6 dice on him. Yeah, had to go for like some desperation play there. And I think we're going to see the end of the match this turn. Let's get another goal in. And this white, just to make this 3 dice with tackle. Tackle does a thing. Does he just run it in? No, no, he wants some more hits. Looking for the 3 dice again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 dice. Gets the POW. Breaks armour, just a stun. And then in it goes. And congratulations, Sticks. As I thought at the beginning, made it all the way to the final, but excellent match. Well played, Ecks. Well played, Sticks. Enjoyed that one. It was a bit touch and go which way it was going to go. Okay, let's just have and 2-1. Let's bring up this. just to show. Okay, so there we are. So Dark Judges make their way from this part of the draw, take out the final Orc team left. So then we've got Norse or Kislev against this Uber Undead team. So it might be interesting. I know that if it's the Norse team, they're pretty low TV. They're probably about 1200, 1300, so there'll be a lot of inducements, which can be quite interesting. Just thinking about the Undead, when they played Perp, struggled a bit with Morg, didn't they, in that match? So it'll be interesting whether that happens. And similar with the Frogs, they can do all sorts of different things, can't they? I mean, I imagine that if it's the Frogs or the Kislev who get there, we're going to see quite aggressive play there from Benny. So I think whoever wins out of this, you'd have to say that the Undead are favourites, but there is some options here. It's not just another bash match. If it was just another bash match like an Orc, if say Hort had got through or something like that, then it would be maybe a different sort of game. So we shall see. After this match is played, I will post up a review, but in the meantime, thanks for watching.